All right, and a big thanks to our session sponsor, Niagara Conservation, Too Smart to Waste. Niagara features a very low-flowing toilet that works. It's no surprise that toilets are #1 cause of high water bills, and yet savings are only a simple flush away. Niagara Conservation has answered the call by developing the world's #1 water-saving toilet using vacuum-assisted technology. That's right, vacuum and not pressure-assisted. We have glowing reviews from multifamily affordable housing renovation specialists who only spec these toilets because of their durability and cost savings. And you know that if they work in that situation, they'll work in any. They also have ADA approved models available as well. So how low can you go? The Stealth is 1.8 gallons per flush for the single flush. It's not dual flush. And you don't have to deal with the hassle of 2 confusing buttons. They also have the Nano, which is dual flush. It goes down to 0.5 gallons per flush for those who really want to save water. You can also check out their Earth shower head at 1.25 gallons per minute without sacrificing any comfort for your clients, and a very affordable 0.5 gallon per minute aerator for the bathroom. So check them out over at Niagara Conservation today. All right, well, welcome everybody to the GreenHome Institute Home Water Score. This course is approved for 1 hour in continuing education units. GBCI, NARI Green, BPI, Non-WholeHouse Professional, AIBD, as well as American Institute of Architects, Health, Welfare, and Safety, or AIA-HSW, which may make it applicable to your state-based design or contractor license. Today, I will be both the moderator and the presenter. My name is Brett Little, and I am the executive director at the nonprofit, the GreenHome Institute. So the question we're going to be talking about today is how and why to use the home water score. So let's get into the brand new beta pilot GreenHome Institute home water score. And the first thing you want to think about in these contexts, and we'll go over this real quick, is the why. You know, why would I even consider doing this? Why is it important to focus on water conservation? Well, fresh water availability is declining everywhere. And imagine being told, like the residents of Cape Town, South Africa, that a day is coming when there will be no water available. It's happening everywhere. In my own state, we're surrounded by almost the most fresh water in the planet, and yet groundwater resources are declining all around us throughout this state and many other states in the US and in the world. On top of that, if you again look at the Midwest, again where there's lots of fresh water available, we are having water cost increases spiking across all of our cities and municipalities on a cost per gallon use basis. And this is happening throughout the US as well, meaning we need to save water to reduce costs on the burden of our homes and multifamily units, especially for low-income housing individuals. So in the past, most programs were very prescriptive. So think of the EPA WaterSense program or points you can accrue in the LEED certification or National Green Building Standard certification or many other of the green building certifications or water savings programs. You saved water and went up a level in these ratings based on hitting certain low flow rates across all the fixtures. But now what we're looking at is a movement towards performance-based water modeling, similar to how the industry has pretty much now nearly shifted over to energy modeling, whereas in the past we were always focused on prescriptive items and performance. That's the direction that water conservation is going. We can now model out our water projects, water usage and costs, and then put a plan in place to reduce before the project starts or before the renovation starts. So think of the benefits of a performance-based approach here for a second. If you look at high-end multifamily projects or high-end single-family homes, the clients, you know, in many cases that we hear are going to want those really high-flowing showers and maybe high water use lawns. So what it means with a performance-based system as opposed to some of the more prescriptive-based that we're moving away from is that you can find the water reductions somewhere else. So in the case of the high flowing shower head, you might be able to find the offset in a better lower flowing toilet or aerator or rain barrels or rainwater catchment or gray water or something like that. And then conversely, again, looking at low-income housing projects, there's a lot of skepticism about low-flow toilets. It's still there, very concerned about these things. There's, a lot of evidence to show that there shouldn't be, but there is. It's a healthy skepticism. It's, you don't want to mess this up and have to go back and fix it. It's costly, and so in those cases, on a performance-based tool, you'll say, okay, we're going to use the higher flow toilets, but where can we go and find water savings in a system like this? Maybe we can look at lower flow shower heads and aerators for that matter. The other benefit of the home water score is if you're pursuing a green certification project like the GreenStar rating system, the tool is embedded into the certification system. It's a standalone, as you'll see, and you can use it as a standalone, but it's embedded in the system as a performance pathway instead of taking the prescriptive pathway. So again, if you've got clients who want to look into offsetting their water usage another way, like we talked about, you can pick up the GreenStar points and requirements that way. So the home water score data is built off the new 2016 residential end use data and research and tries to remain consistent across all home sizes with what their findings were as far as actual water usage in homes across the US. The water demand of a home is based on the number of people living there, and that is estimated based on the number of bedrooms. The home water score is what we call an asset rating. Its meaning that is based on the house itself and the devices in it, and not necessarily the people living there. And the reason it's asset-based is that it's easier to estimate and guess as opposed to trying to guess many different unique living styles. Think about it in terms of buying a car. When you go to buy a car, you don't ask for 1 year worth of gas bill receipts. You don't ask how fast or slow the people used to drive it, or how many people they used to put in the car. You look at the MPG rating, and from there you're able to make a quick decision on what the cost of operating that car is. That goes for the asset rating like the home water score, so that their usage is normalized as home and apartments change hands between occupants and users quite frequently. All right, so with that, we're going to start diving into the tool. And in the meantime, I'm just going to see what kind of questions there are here available. Let's see. So there's a question, are there metrics available for water usage versus number of residents and other irrigation water per square foot for lawns and landscaping? So yeah, I would like to point you to that water research and trends study that I just mentioned, and I would say go check that out, and I think you're going to find get access to that report, and you'll be able to see a lot of that data based on metrics and square footages of homes and lawns and landscaping and all that. So it is definitely out there. The last one they did was in 1999, so a lot of stuff was based off of that. So this has been updated since that time, so you can check out those links and a webinar we did actually on that on our YouTube or on our US GBC channel worth CEUs as well.